and sometimes when you move, it amps up haunted objects, which we own. As you can see, we have a couple dolls here that we own. And for the last few nights, where we used to keep the dolls in a coffin case, I was seeing a figure standing by the case. And I thought maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just shadows, maybe it's just, I'm just seeing things, something like that, right? Well, we moved the case, and same thing happened. So the same, whatever it was, out of the corner of my eye. I don't know if it's these dolls, but this is what I brought out. I brought two of them here. This is a doll we bought from a collection. And this one here, there you go, you can see that one. That one, yeah, that one is it was a vessel from a witch. And she's supposed to be a little bit more of a darker entity. You can already hear. I turned the AC off so we don't have any airflow in this house right now. And it's already a temperature change since I started. So we're gonna ask him some questions. I think maybe you can see. Can you see that? Yeah, it looks like you can still see that. And we'll see what happens. Maybe we can get these things to communicate with us. I'm gonna use the Spirit Talker app. Have it around here somewhere. I'm gonna try a few things and see if we can get them to talk. We have flashlights set up, cat balls, and obviously the REM pod. Hold on, guys. I seem to have. One second. I have it charging. I'm gonna go grabbing my device for the Spirit Talker. I'm back. Y'all talk to the girls. Maybe y'all can ask some questions on your end, and maybe they'll stop. Something will happen. Be right back. Okay. I meant to get on here a little while ago. We're having some technical difficulties, so having a little later start. And are one of you causing problems? Are you can you tell me who that black shadow is that I'm seeing by the coffin case? Is that either one of y'all? If it is, we have these little devices here. I know y'all probably know how to use them. You can turn these little flashlights on, hit any of these balls. You can just touch that little red light there. Yeah, there you go. Just touch a little red light. Can you make the lights go off on it? If you just touch it, all the lights will start going off and it'll flash. And it'll just let me know that you're here and you want to talk. I haven't actually talked. This is the first time I'm investigating this one. We've done investigations on her before. Usually we've done Annette, which is another doll, but I'm not going to bring her up. It's possible it's her. We just don't really know. If it's Annette that's causing the problems, could Annette come through? We took her out of her. That's just the pad getting ready. We took all the dolls out of the box. So here's an interesting story. When I first got Annette, which is not here, she's in the other room. Someone sent it to me in the mail, and I got it late at night. I thought, I'll do an unboxing, and I'll do a video for that. And I had it next to my bed, and I hear what sounds like crying. Is there crying? Is that what's happening? It was so strange. And I went back to sleep, and I kept hearing it, more crying. So, I think that doll is crying. So, I opened the box, get her out, put her up on my desk. Hello. They like to be talking, and I like when you talk about them. So I put her on the desk, went back to sleep, and no more crying. And yeah. So you like when we're talking about you and that? If that's you, can you like that? Can you hit that the red light again? Oh, hey Daryl. Sarah is in the other room. We've been moving for the last I don't know, week. Just got all this set up today for this live stream, and she's pretty tired. I'm pretty tired. You can probably tell I look pretty rough, but I've been wanting to do this, and since I started seeing that shadows, I thought it's no better time than now. We have another doll video that, if you can see Daryl, who's in the chat, he's in the video, sort of. He's there. We got some shots of him, and that'll be coming out next week. We've been so busy with everything that it was. Right now the air got turned on. All right, let me go turn that back off. Hold on. Right back. All right, I don't know how that got turned on. I thought I turned it off. Maybe I didn't. It ever happened to you? It happened to me. I forgot. Something happened. Anyway, so yeah, we're doing another video with Daryl. It'll be out next week. I just haven't had enough time to really finish it because of the move. So here I am now. You're being awfully quiet, except for the REM pods. That's kind of strange. I expected a lot more. But again, we don't really know. It's possible that, they're just, it could be one of the other dolls. It's very possible. So if either one of you are here, can you light up one of these devices? You can just touch any of these here. You can let us know that you're interested in communicating. I'm trying to find out who. There we go. Trying to find out if it's one of y'all or is it one of the other dolls we have in the room. If it's one of y'all, can you turn one of these lights on? I'm gonna get the spirit talker going now. And turn this device on. You can talk through this. All you want, hear it. Just talk through this device and we can hear you. Can you tell us what your name is?
There's two of us.
There's two of us. Yep, two of us. Alrighty. There's two of us. Oh, maybe I didn't see that. See if you can't hear it. There's two of us. And there's two dolls. A lot of people discredit these apps, and I do think it gets things wrong from time to time. That is very true. But I do find some credibility in it. I understand some of the debunkers out there don't believe in these apps, and I can understand why. But some of the responses we get are too hard to deny. They're too accurate, too
Hi.
Hi, how are you? See? First it said two, there's two of them. Now it's just saying hi. I mean, if you've ever seen any other YouTube videos like that use these apps, Paranormal Files, Twin Paranormal, any guys like that, how often do you hear the app say hi? I've never heard it in any of their videos, but I will admit I don't watch every single one of their videos.
Hiding in the dark.
So they're hiding in the dark. Yeah, there you go. Can you make one of these other lights turn on, please? Maybe, can you turn this, see these little black things right here? If you just touch it, put all your energy in it, it'll turn on. Could you possibly do that for us, please? And if y'all, whoever is here, I don't know if that's you, Daryl, whoever's in the chat that wants to ask a question, if you ask a question, I'll read it off and maybe they'll respond to it if you have any questions about anything, really.
Argue.
Argue? Who's arguing? Are you two arguing? Is that what's happening? Are you trying to figure out who wants to talk?
Trust me.
Trust you? Generally, when spirit tells you to trust it, it pretty much means that you probably shouldn't, right? Especially if the little evil, dark entities like her over there. We know she's a bad spirit. This one we're not sure about. We really don't know anything about her other than she came from a haunted collection. So if you're hearing a bunch of noise, I don't know if y'all can hear that in the background. That's someone taking a shower. I can never get any peace and quiet in this house. So what are you gonna do? Y'all are being very quiet. Can you make some noise for us? Can you turn on any of these lights? I'm surprised that I haven't done anything. It's actually, but I will say, here's one thing I do like about this. We'll go into the little debunkers on all these this equipment, and I'm gonna do a separate video just on all you wonderful debunkers out there. Yeah. So you can see that this REM pod isn't just randomly going off. It's not just going off for no reason. The flashlights are not just going on and off like they say. It's supposed to it's on a, whatever. It heats up and cools down and turns off on and off every 30 seconds. Well,
Communication.
So we've been on chat here live for almost 12 and a half minutes. And none of these devices have just randomly gone off, have they? And the responses we're getting from the spirit talkers seem to be somewhat accurate, I would say, to what's being asked and potentially what's happening. But even the EMF detector's not doing anything. It's just sitting there. And you can see, they always complain about, it's next to energy sources, lights and things. Well, it's right next to a light. There's power behind the wall, and look, it's not going off. It's not doing anything. Has not moved one bit. So, explain that to me. Explain to me that why the REM pod is not just randomly going off when you say that that's what it just has a problem and it goes off, because it doesn't. Because all these devices are on. See, that's on. It's on. Just they're not turning them on. So, as I said, I kind of like it almost in a sense because it debunks. It debunks their thoughts on it, and two, it shows even more so the credibility of these devices that they don't just go off randomly. Something has to interfere with them. Now, obviously, we're not using remote controls. We don't use any of these things to fake anything. Obviously, we're not doing that. So, if I wanted to fake something, I would just fake it and have it, have all this stuff going off all the time. That's silly. I'm not gonna do that. I pride myself on being a real paranormal investigator. Some of our methods are a little bit looked down upon by the debunking community, which is
Isaac.
Which is a little disheartening, for somebody like me who does try to do things the right way. And we only can use the tools that are available to us. So what are you going to do? If any of you girls are here, if there's any spirits in this house whatsoever from any of the haunted objects that we have, can somebody come through and speak to us? We have all these devices here. You can just touch any of these devices. Any of them at all. You have these little cat balls. Yeah, they're all turned on, right? Yep. That was just me. We also have these flashlights. Interesting. Can you stop? Can you walk away from that? And, you ask and then they do it. What do you want me to do about that? I mean, somebody, please, I'm begging all the debunkers out there. If you're a debunker, you're Beardo, Shape, whoever, go watch my videos. Debunk us, please. I dare you, because you can't. You can't debunk our stuff.
We're enjoying this.
They're enjoying this. I bet they are. I would enjoy it more if you would touch some lights. The problem is with these debunkers is, you know what? I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to make a whole new video on that. Because I have a lot of thoughts on these guys, good and bad. So we'll get into that to another night. Tonight we're going to be dealing with these. We're just going to talk to these dolls. What do you think? If y'all are here, please just you say you're enjoying this. So can you turn some lights on? Do something. We need more from you. I want to know which one of you is here. If there's somebody, if there's another spirit that's here that's not one of these dolls, even though you said there's two of you. So I'm assuming those two, is that, maybe there's two others that I'm not aware of?
Obscure vision.
Obscure vision. Hey, well, see, that's another thing that I will say that, what the heck does that mean? And is that just the app randomly saying something? Could be. So it's not very clear on what's being said. But I will say this, that it appears sometimes that the spirit might be trying to say something and it comes out incorrectly. And we know that because the spirits can hear the spirit talkers, so they can hear it. And we know that because we got an EVP at the old church. So the spirit talker said, Thomas. This is one of my favorite stories because I think it gave some insight on some things for me with this. Spirit talker said, Thomas. And then right immediately after that, not more than just a second later, we got an EVP that said, my name is not Thomas. And it's about as clear as an EVP as you can get. So it heard it, and it was correcting. So his name wasn't Thomas. He didn't give us his name, but we know that his name wasn't Thomas. So, it's too bad that something like that we can't hear in real time. So we don't really, we didn't know it at the time. All we knew was the name Thomas that came through, but it was wrong. So that does happen.
Rat torture.
Rat torture? See, and here's where I start getting disappointed in the app, because again, either it could just be picking up some weird, rat torture? What does that mean? It can't mean much of anything, right? Just probably nonsense. But it is interesting that...
Do you believe?
I believe. I most definitely believe. I don't know if I believe the app sometimes, but I believe in you. I believe in whoever is here. Oh, you know what, Daryl? That's an interesting thought. Maybe the device is interpreting rapture as rat torture somehow. Maybe that's what it's coming through as. I didn't really think about it.
1990s.
1990s. Are you from the 1990s? That's a good, that's a pretty good decade if you know. Anybody from the 90s, well, we can verify that's a pretty good decade. Where was I? I don't remember now. It probably doesn't matter. So, can y'all make a noise? Can you do anything? Can you set any of these lights off? Hey, Coco, how you doing? Yeah, that's right, Daryl. I did say, do you believe right after? So that is interesting. That rapture and then do you believe? Um, I actually, it's funny now that I'm thinking about it because I have considering doing a video that I'm going to put out on Easter. And it's specifically, kind of, it's I guess Easter themed, if you will. I'm considering. I'm not going to go into what the video is going to be because I haven't decided for sure if I'm going to do that, but we'll see. But I think I might. It's going to be way different. It's not going to be a paranormal investigation or anything like that. It's going to be just different. So keep an eye out on Easter for a drop from us, from me. Probably everybody just me.
Anxiety.
I do have anxiety, so that's something that some people know. And hey, Coco, I saw your message. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, Coco. So anxiety, yeah. So here's a funny story. I'll go into a little bit of my personal business. I've had anxiety pretty much my entire life, like really bad, like many of you probably have, and finally went and saw a doctor, and I got myself some anxiety medications. Finally, so I've been taking it since Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday. So I'm going on a couple days now with that. So I'm sure they notice that my anxiety's probably gone down. I'm in a little bit better mood. Smiling a lot more, which is a good thing. It's always good to smile. So I don't know. Weird, huh? When I'm out doing, because I do take people on ghost hunts in Old Town Spring out here in Texas. And none of the equipment is ever this quiet. So I'm kind of getting used to it. I've been out, I was out there all weekend and everything's going off, REM pod, EMF, everything. And we sit in here.
In darkness.
We sit in here in darkness. Let's see. Nope, you're right. I'm not alone, Coco. Thank you. And yeah, I'm glad that hopefully the medications are working for you. I'm hoping they'll work for me. So far, so good. It's weird. I was really afraid of taking stuff like that. I was always afraid of kind of taking pills and making things, worse. But I figured it was time. Yeah, it really was time for me. A lot of people don't, even my closest friends don't really know how bad it is. It's very, as I'm sure you know.
Had enough.
Yeah, I had enough. And yeah. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but let me see. It's kind of backwards, but it says had enough. That's exactly what I was about to say. I basically had enough. So these spirits, they know what's going on here. And then, like I said, even this one over here is supposed to be there we go. Hey, they know what's up. They know what's happening here. But so far so good. I've been in a lot better mood. So I know it's making me a little bit more jittery, I think. Some different side effects. But you know, I'll get used to it, and it'll things will get better, and hopefully this will work for me, so I can have a better life, overall, better day to day. Yeah, didn't really expect to be talking about all that on a
Tears
live
of blood.
tears of blood. Hmm. Uh, So it does mean something to me a little bit. I mean, as you can kind of think, there's been a lot of things coming through that seems very religious, if you will. So tears of blood,
Insight.
an insight, you know. So it's interesting that
Medieval.
medieval. Okay, that threw me for a loop. I don't know about that, but these other ones you can kind of tell that they obviously are around and they know what's going on with all of us. So even though that one's supposed to be negative or evil or whatever, we've never had any kind of problems with her or any of the dolls that we have, any of the objects we have. I mean, we've taken so much from we usually try and take a souvenir from just about everywhere we go, and haven't had a problem. Let's see, there was oh no. Let me see if I can figure out how to see that. I missed your message. That way, I think I can pull these up. There we go. Okay. Alright, message from Coco. They have helped me for a long time. Oh no, it's going away again. Oh no.
Scottish.
Not very good at this. Live chats. It's like I don't take them. It's terrible. There's a stigma. Yeah, there really is. Why people. Yeah, there really is. I mean, I don't really care about that. I wasn't really concerned about, what other people think. Obviously, I just spilled my whole business out here on YouTube for no reason. But it was more for me. Yeah, I was worried it was going to make me worse, or I'd have some weird symptoms and think I'm dying or something, and I didn't really want to do that. So, but it just got to a point. It's like, okay, it's time, and so we'll see. Hopefully, I'm glad it's working for you. Hopefully, it'll work for me. I always felt like I can conquer these things naturally with.
Medicine.
I heard that, right? Medicine. You heard that, right? I mean, yeah, it is medicine. We're taking medicine to get ourselves better, right? Do y'all hang out and do you watch us from day to day? Do you are y'all with us all the time? Maybe they're just constantly with us. Not really sure about that. It's possible they just always go wherever we go. I assume they just are here all the time. Maybe that's not true. Could you maybe turn one of these devices on just to let us know you're here? We're being quite, you're being very quiet. And it's turned into a live about me. It's supposed to be about y'all, not about me.
Neither.
Neither. Okay. So, well, you heard that. Neither. So maybe neither one of them
Need
are.
help.
You need help. What can I do to help you? I can help you if you just tell me what you want from me. You'll have to talk to them at work tomorrow. You gonna talk to my dolls, Daryl? So who is here? If there's somebody here, can you light up any of these devices, please? Just any of them. I am surprised. You know, again, like I said, it's almost kind of a good thing because you know it shows that these devices don't just randomly go off. So the debunkers are wrong. I'm gonna hurt some feelings in a couple weeks. So yeah, let's see. Can you you know, why don't you come and just tap this line? Maybe yeah, see it. You know, they come up and just tap it. It should come on, but they don't want to do that. Let's see. I missed that. Let me see. I missed that chat. Chat. Let's see. Okay, so, oh wait. Now, maybe y'all are watching. You could tell me if that was me that did. I don't know if that was me
We live on.
because I put this down. We'll wait till it goes. We'll wait till that turns off, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the flashlight, and we'll see if it was me that turned that light off, or if it was her. So we'll wait a second once it stops flashing. So Sarah actually got me this one because she bought it. It was at an auction. It was basically a lot of so what had happened was these dog, you know, so doll collectors, you know, buy collections of dolls, and most of them don't want something that's haunted. It's weird. Who wouldn't want a haunted doll? Strange. I do, but so they were selling these, so you know, dolls that they assumed were probably haunted, but they didn't really know what was going on with any of them. So it was just selling in a lot, you know, like you know, individually from a lot. And so Sarah bought one of them, and that's how we got that one. This one from
Plan.
a witch that I was talking to through on Facebook. You know, we had some conversation. You know, I'm gonna turn this one off because let's see what happens. That's strange. That all of a sudden now it's going non-stop. But that, yeah. So I was talking to her through Facebook, and she said she had this doll and she sent it to me. All right, now here's the test with the flashlight. So I picked it up, right? I messed with it and I put it back down. I didn't put it down harder. See? Put it down real hard. And the light didn't go off. So it wasn't me. It wasn't. Most of them I try to get, you know, legitimately from people who either think that the doll, you know, doll is haunted. You know, if you just go on eBay and try to buy it, you know, every doll on eBay is haunted. So don't buy dolls on eBay unless you just think it's fun and you want to have something. And you know, there's always that possibly, you know, it could be haunted. But hunt. You want to go? You want a ghost hunt? I want a ghost hunt. Yeah, most of the time it's fake. They're just trying to sell a doll they bought at a garage sale for $5 and sell it to you for $100 with a ghost story. So don't do that. You know, there's lots of people out there that acquire. Hello. Lots of people that acquire dolls like this that don't want something haunted. Maybe they got it from, you know, a relative or something that passing down objects. Yeah, I'm in a lot of paranormal groups, so that happens a lot. So
I did bad things.
Did you? What did you do? Did you hurt anybody? I know you've never hurt anyone here. At least I don't think you have. I know other spirits have tried, and that we picked up all along the way, but I think y'all are pretty good. I mean, y'all are good here, but we're a very welcoming home here.
His voice.
His voice, is that mine or is that somebody else's? Whose voice are you talking about? Mine? He might be talking to each other. We've picked that up on EVPs and even spirit boxes. You can hear the spirits talking back and forth to each other. Probably one of the most interesting was where it sounded like they didn't even know, like they thought we were the dead ones. That was the conversation. That's what it sounded like to me. They're like, what was that? Kind of like what we would do if we heard voices. So they didn't. I don't know if they didn't know they were dead or what, but it was weird. And then we were in Gettysburg, and we were on. See, what's that? There's that famous bridge. I can't think of the bridge's name off the top of my head, but
Creepy.
creepy. Who's creepy? Yeah, so we're at this at the bridge, and we were using, I think, the Necrophonic app. I'm pretty sure. And you can, and the story is that the Union and Confederate soldiers would it was kind of like a medium ground for the soldiers. Like there was, they wouldn't fight when they came to that bridge, and they would converse with each other. I remember, a lot of these people were family and friends, and they just got, entangled in this, war. Anyway, so you can hear on the Necrophonic act, you hear one spirit say hi, and then right after that, you can hear a separate female voice that said hey. So they're talking to each other as it seemed like as they're just walking by each other on the bridge. It could have been intelligent. It could have been just an imprint, and we just got lucky and caught it. Let's see.
Disaster.
Richard. Yeah. Disaster. See, Richard, I saw your message. See, Goatman's? No. No, me and Sarah, we went to Goatman's a few years ago. We didn't investigate, though. We just kind of went and hung out. Wanted to see it. We were doing a little haunted road trip, so we saw a bunch of stuff. But we thought, let's just go out there and just see stuff, experience it. No cameras, no apps, no.
We will touch you.
Please do. I would love to see one of these touch me, please. Just don't. I don't want to get grabbed like I did at Stickers and Stars. Yeah, so the next video is going to be at a place called Stickers and Stars. And I was doing the SS method, and I got grabbed really hard. Like, I'd never been grabbed like that before. I've felt being touched, like at Yorktown Hospital. Got touched on the back of my head. And if you haven't seen that video, you definitely need to go watch it, because you can see when that happens to me, you can see the hand come out of the room, and it almost looks like a Scooby-Doo like thing, where I kind of did this, and I felt it, and it was one of the best pieces of evidence I've ever gotten that we got that shadow. And if you see the chat, Daryl was with us on at that Stickers and Stars. He got scratched. First time investigating, he got scratched. I've been to who knows how many places, how many investigations I've done, but I will say I finally did get scratched. So that video will be coming out soon.
Shot.
Who got shot? You gonna shoot me? Yeah, I did get scratched. I honestly thought that getting scratched was not real. I thought that was something that happened in YouTube videos and Ghost Adventures or whatever, where they're just making stuff up. But and before this happened, I actually did see a very credible video of somebody that we'd met, and we saw the whole thing from start to finish, and she legitimately got scratched. I'd never seen a piece of footage like that where it's okay. I actually believe that just happened to her, because she was in a room at this is the Old Park Hotel, and she was sitting in the room. I believe she might have been doing SS method at the time. I don't remember. But she was in this chair, and there was a bunch of people. So it wasn't just her and a couple of her friends. These were a bunch of, probably 10 people in this room that were, on this group investigation. None of these, half of them probably didn't even know each other. So it's not like this was set up. And all of a sudden, she just felt like a burning and a scratch, and they showed the back of her neck, had a big scratch on her. So that happens. And when it happened to me at Wildwood Sanitarium, again, I was like, man, I don't know, this is not real. No one really gets scratched at these places. If it would have happened, it would have happened by now to me. And what I believe happened, we were at a kind of in a weakened state of mind at that point. We had done
Bench.
bench. There's no bench around here. We had done a 2 nights. So this would be our second night. We did the Hinsdale House, and what we heard about that place, if you don't know anything about it, these are both these locations are in upstate New York, and
Please believe us.
I do believe you. I trust me, especially after that. I mean, it became very real. This is it's all fun and games until someone gets scratched, and that's what happened to me. So I was kind of in a weakened state at that point. Me and Sarah both were. We went to these places just by ourselves, and one thing to say about the Hinsdale House is this place will take you. We kept hearing that, and we didn't really understand exactly what that meant until it happened. And we didn't have like insane activity. It was quite a bit, but it wasn't. It was something about just the feeling of that place. It was very strange, and it was very draining, and you just felt like eerie and weirded out and creeped out, and we really didn't get any sleep, and so we went from there, and because it didn't make sense to go back to New Jersey where we were staying, so like, you know what, this Wildwood is only down the road. So we went to Wildwood, and we just drove there at, I guess, 8 a.m. or something or other, and we really just hung out for hours and hours and hours until we could get into Wildwood at 8 o'clock p.m. And so we were really just tired and in rough shape. And we had gotten started with the investigation. We weren't there for more than 2 or 3 hours until we were in this kind of main room on the second floor. And
The chair of torture.
the chair of torture. Are you referring to the chair that girl got scratched in at the Old Park Hotel? I bet that's what they're talking about. Just kind of a late response. So there's this little doll room, kids room, something like that, and we had some cat balls and stuff kind of lined up when we were sitting at this table. And we were getting, I don't remember I think we even got Burn. Pretty sure it was Burn that we got on the Spirit Talker. Cat ball starts going off, and so I walk, get up from the table, and I start walking over to the room, and all of a sudden my arm, it was like it wasn't this arm, but basically right here, it just started burning real bad, and I had this little red patch. So it wasn't like a scratch. I didn't see a scratch like you would see in videos and stuff. But it just burned really bad. And that's what usually people describe as a really bad burning feeling. And that's what happened. So there was no scratch marks, and it was only there for maybe, I don't know, could have been there longer than I realized, but maybe 30 minutes. It only burned probably for a good, I don't know, couple minutes. But the little red mark may have been there for 30 minutes or something like that. And it went away. But it changed me. It changed how I investigate. It changed a lot of things.
1970s.
When something like that happens to you, because then you realize that these things can physically harm you if they want to. Sure can. We hear you. Let's see. I saw
Bill.
missed a message from you, Daryl. Let me see what you said. Thinking about it had this burning sensation, and then seconds later, yeah, that's what was weird. Is when it happened to Daryl. I was in the Estes method, so I had no idea what was happening at the time. I couldn't hear anything or see anything, and so Daryl apparently, and as I'm editing the video, I can see it all now. Yeah, he had a little red mark on his leg or his foot, closer to like an ankle. There we go, ankle. And he said it was like real bad burning sensation, and probably just I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes, something like that. I get grabbed, and I was so startled, but I think part of it was I wasn't sure if it was somebody like one of our team members or what, but just like something grabbed my thigh, and I was so deep in the session of the Estes method, you kind of lose yourself in a sense. If anyone's ever done this, you kind of might understand. And you just kind of go off into another world, kind of, and it just almost like scared me to death, and I take the blindfold off, and everyone's just sitting there looking at me like, holy crap. They didn't know what happened, and so I explained to him what happened, and then Daryl was like, yeah, I got scratched, or like Steve felt burned. He wasn't sure what happened to him, but yeah, he most definitely probably got scratched. It's weird that
I wander these grounds.
They wander these grounds. Who wanders these grounds? Can you give us your name, please? Tell us what your name is. You're not being very active. I mean, sometimes, when we hit a certain subject, they'll.
Pains in my chest.
You have pains in your chest? Did you have like a heart attack or something? And it's weird, but it's not really getting much. I was gonna even do there's some dowsing rods. I was gonna try that as well, but I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe we won't tonight. But I don't know. We'll see. We're at about almost 48 minutes at this point. I was only gonna go about an hour. But I was also expecting this whole live went way differently than I was expecting. But I kind of figured having talk about this, we do like a Q&A or something, but whatever. You never know how these lives are gonna go. But I enjoy them. I enjoy talking to everybody, and I think this is also good for anybody that watches it later, because generally it doesn't seem like a whole lot of people jump on these lives during the live. Most people watch them afterwards. So I've been trying my best to keep these lives where it's not so in a live feel, and more so for replayability. But if y'all are here, can you light up anything? I also have these little rods. Maybe you'd like to try these.
Below.
Below? What's below? Maybe we'll try these. What do y'all say? Want to try these? Alright. So, if y'all are unfamiliar with these, tell you what, I'll go into this. So these are dowsing rods. They were originally used to find water, and we believe spirits are able to use these to communicate with us. Sometimes it's easier for them than these other devices. They may be a little bit less scary. It's more of like a primitive device. Generally, we have them open for yes and closed for no. So you can see, it's hard to tell. We can kind of see they're on a little swivel type of thing. So I can't. If I jerk my hand real quick, it'll probably open and close. But very simply, just let me see if I can just get them centered here. And you kind of see. We'll see what we can say. There are any spirits here?
Review.
Any of these dolls? No? Can you open them back up, please? You don't want to talk?
He will touch you.
Yep, open them back up. Okay. You do want to talk now? Okay. Can you close them? Put them back in the center, please, for me. Can you put them back in the center? Okay. There we go. See if I can get a better shot for y'all. Well, that's me doing all that mess. Okay. Is that black figure that's standing by our coffin? Is that spirit here right now? Yeah, open them all the way if you're here. Yep. Okay. Oh. What's happening to the light? I see the light kind of acting up. It's weird. Okay, if you're here, do you mean harm? Do you want to harm one of us? Me or Sarah? You open for yes and close for no. No? Okay, good. We're happy to have you in our home. And this is your home just as much as ours. So we're happy to have anybody here that wants to be here. Are you attached to one of the dolls? Open for yes and close for no.
I like the dark.
We're getting a lot of messages about the dark. So no, you're okay. So this isn't something attached to the dolls. Okay. Are you attached to one of the other objects here?
We like the dark.
So you're attached to another object here. Okay. Can you close them again? Okay. Are you from a? Did you come from another haunted location? Were you from the Hinsdale house? Open for yes and close for no.
Your family.
My family? I don't think that's true. No. Okay. No, you're not. Okay, not from the Hinsdale house. Are you from Yorktown Hospital? Okay. How about Old Lavaca Jail? No, I can't say her unless every place we've been. I guess we're just not gonna know. Can you touch one of these lights? Do you see all these lights I have on this table? Could you affect one of those lights, please? Do you have a problem doing that? Do you not? Oh. No. Alright, well it makes sense why they're not doing it, just doesn't want to. Is one of the dolls here? One of the spirits that is attached to the dolls? No, so it's just that dark figure that's here. At least he's nice, right? At least he does not upset at us. Alright. Oh, that gave us a little insight then, I guess. Whatever that dark figure is here. Just because he's dark, it doesn't, doesn't mean it's necessarily bad or anything. It's just how it comes across as a black shadow. So,
Taylor.
can you tell us what year you died? Can you talk on this device and tell us what year you died, if you remember? I'll tell you what, let's try this. Well, since it seems to like the rods, we'll make some blind guesses and see what kind of response we get. We'd like to know what year you died. Do you remember what year you died? No?
Thompson.
You don't even remember? No? Okay. Do you remember being alive?
Draining.
You're draining? Are you getting tired? Okay, well, unfortunately that happens to a lot of people that either don't remember being alive or they don't remember much about their life. So that's pretty. It seems to be kind of normal. You almost forget things. Okay. Do you like that I'm talking to you? That's good. Do you want me to talk to you more? Okay. Do you want this to be a regular thing when we come and talk with you?
Lily.
Lily. Is your name Lily? I assumed you were probably a male. Are you a female? Oh. So your name is Lily and you're a female? Open them wider if that's true. Yep. Alright. I guess Lily seems to like these. Okay. Well, good. Well, now we have a name. We know it's a female. I just, assumed a dark figure, but I don't know. Why would I just assume that? I don't know. But let's see where we're at. 56 minutes. Yeah, we'll give it a few more minutes. So Lily, if you're here, I know you said you didn't want to mess with any of these other devices. Do you not like the other devices? Is that the deal? Do you not like any of these things? Lily just doesn't like them or doesn't want to use them, or it's possible they're afraid of them.
I like the dark.
She likes the dark. How many messages are we going to get about the dark? So again, it's possible, turning lights on. If you like the dark, why would you just turn the lights on? May not even like my camera light here either. That may be a problem. It might be hiding somewhere else. It could be off camera even. Maybe behind us. Could be, who knows how this stuff works. How far away they have to be. And I don't know if they can, even for the dowsing rods, they have to be right on top of us. They may not be. They could be clear across the other room and still affect dowsing rods. We assume they can't affect these devices unless they're basically touching it. Maybe that's not true. None of us really know. And all these devices are experimental. I mean, we can't prove that they work. We can't prove really anything, unfortunately. The amount of evidence that I have should be almost proof enough, but the problem is that everyone thinks it's fake. That's the sad thing. You can bring the best evidence ever to somebody, and they're just gonna look at it and say it's fake or somehow it must be explainable. Well, unfortunately, that if it's paranormal, that means it's paranormal. It's not normal. It's not explainable. It's not scientific. You can't use the scientific method on ghosts because they don't always happen. It's not something you can test. Spirits either can or won't or don't have enough energy to talk, so it's not like you can just make them do it whenever you want. It's not how it works. Let me see. I think I missed that message. Last name Lily. That minutes. Oh, dang! I didn't know that, Daryl. Let's see. Yeah, we got Lily. Lily, are you somehow related? Are you related to Daryl that we're talking to on this chat? You know who Daryl Willis is? Yeah, we'll use the rods again because they seem to be like that. So maybe that's the only way they want to talk. So, Lily, are you related to Daryl? If this is his aunt, can you open the rods for yes and close for no?
It's
please?
watching you.
Who's it? No. Sorry, Daryl. Well, I don't know if it's sorry or what, but no. Not the same Lily. Who's watching me? Do you watch over us? Open for yes and close for no. Do you watch over us? Slowly, see what it does. Oh, yep. They watch over us, that's good. Are you attached to me and Sarah, or just one of us? Yeah. Yeah, it's possible we're not even attached to any objects, maybe just attached to us. Could have taken some people from who knows what locations that we've gone to. Alright. Yeah, we go pretty much we do everything, you know, you're not really supposed to. You know, you're supposed to cleanse yourself and do all that kind of stuff. We don't do that. We don't prepare ourselves before or after. I feel like if you do that, you know, lighting sage and all that stuff, and that kind of defeats the whole purpose. You know, we're there to get activity and have things happen, and we welcome whatever happens during the investigation, after the investigation. You know, so many times beforehand.
Edith.
Edith. So, lost my train of thought. Yeah, so many times that we are going to an investigation, you know, weird things happen. It makes it hard to get to places. So it's pretty normal. We've gotten kind of used to that's just weirdness. You know, could it be coincidence? Sure, it could, but it happens a lot. Almost every place we go, there's something bizarro thing that happens. You know, make it almost to make it difficult for us to get there. You know, why is that? I don't know. We almost didn't make it to New Jersey. We almost didn't get on our plane. There was all kinds of issues. You know, and not something our fault. We were there in time, and we got stopped by baggage claim multiple times for both of our stuff for no reason at all. It's strange. And we were like the last people to board the plane, so we almost missed our plane. But you know, things like that, it happens. It could have just simply been coincidence. Yeah, but I've even had bad things happen to me after we get home. Just weird incidences. So those kind of things happen. If y'all are here and you want to say anything before we go, now is I mean, it's kind of your last chance. Let all the... See? I mean, yeah, I'm not doing it. It's just... Hello? What do you have to say? Is this still Lily? Lily, could you touch any of these devices? Could you maybe touch one of these? This little torch or flashlight, whatever it looks like to you. We also have these little
I will flash the lights.
Please do. It'll flash the lights. Please do. No, you're right, Coco. It doesn't want us to go. That's okay. I'll hang out some more. You know, I'm only missing out on sleep. Who needs sleep? All right, make some noise. Flash the lights. Make some do something for us. We're all watching and waiting. We wanna see what you can do.
Help us.
That's the second time we've gotten to help us. I mean, can you tell me how to help you? I could try. What do you want from me? What can we do for you? The camera's going in and out.
Box.
Box. What box? Let's see. I have a couple Dybbuk boxes. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, so I'll grab that. But yeah, so I have a rock that came from the basement.
People hear my voice.
People hear your voice. So I have a rock that came from the Hinsdale house, and it's on top of a Dybbuk box. So, yeah, it doesn't look like much, but yep, this came from the basement of the Hinsdale house. Is this the box they're talking about? Maybe. But it's an interesting response. Could mean nothing. Could be coincidence. But it's interesting, I think. Since we just stuck that out here, it could have been that. Maybe it's from the box. You know, earlier it did seem to say it was attached to something. But it didn't say what, so maybe that. Maybe it's attached to one of these boxes. You know, that box. I have another one, but I think it's probably that one. That'd be my guess.
I've been here 600 years.
You know, old spirit. That'd be some kind of a demon, probably. Are you a demon?
Don't be alarmed.
Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. I'm a demon. Don't be alarmed. Yeah, whenever a demon tells you that, you better be scared. But I'm gonna guarantee that there's no demon in here. 'Cause if there was, they could do a lot more than just make that little light, you know, change the temperature. They could do a lot more than that. They'd be able to have this whole house turn on. So, no way. But you'll hear that a lot. Spirits will tell you they're demons and all kind of stuff. I'd probably, if I was dead, I would probably do the same thing. Some, you know, goofball ghost hunter like me comes in there talking with all this crap. I'd probably like, oh, I'm a demon. I'd do the same thing. I'd mess with everybody. I'm gonna haunt you, Daryl. You too, Coco. I'm gonna come haunt you if I die anytime soon. Well, if you're here, you're trying. You know, it's like you don't want us to leave, but you're not really doing much now. I was hoping you could maybe turn any of these lights. I like flashing lights. You said you would flash the lights. We all heard it. You said you would flash the lights, so we're waiting. You know what? I'm just gonna sit here on this light. I'm gonna just do this until you flash the light. I'm not really. I'm not sitting here until they do that. Could be here all night. Here for days. Not doing that. No one wants to sit here and watch me for 3 or 4 days. Could you maybe flash any of these lights though before
Run now.
Run? I'm not running. Ain't nobody running. Oh wait, what was that? Let me see. Object. I don't know. I don't know. I must not know how this works. I would think it would just stay up here. You're in Australia. That's awesome. But yeah, that is a long way. But you know, I don't think ghosts. I mean, you know, I don't think it matters with ghosts. But you know, the folklore is that they can't really travel over water. So I may not be able to get to you. So I guess it's you, Daryl. I'm gonna just have to haunt you. I'm not haunting Coco. Sorry. But maybe I can use my ghost powers to send.
I'm only 7.
Someone your way. You're only 7. Can you tell us what your name is? If you're only 7, are you one of these dolls or are you somebody else here? You know, if you're that black figure, you looked a lot bigger than a 7-year-old. Can you give us your name, please? If this is, or maybe this is still Lily? Can you let us know? Yep, Daryl's in. Hey Coco, so what? Yeah, what time is it there? It is. Let's see. I don't know. It's ten
Move
thirty.
location, please.
I'm not moving location. I ain't got time for that. It's 10:30 p.m. here. What time is it there in Australia? Guess it's probably. You're pretty much on the opposite side of the world, so I guess it's probably almost probably 10:30 a.m. It's. Huh. I don't know, yeah. 13:10. Oh, yeah, I'm confused. Let's see. Okay, so. Oh, is that are you using military time? I don't. Oh, okay. I'm about to say, wait a minute. I'm confused. 1:30 p.m. on Monday. Ooh, yeah. So, dang, that's crazy. Where are you? How old are you? You supposed to be at work? Just kidding. Uh, they don't seem to really want to do much. Can y'all make some kind of a noise? Could you turn any of these lights on before we go? I was hoping they said they would flash the lights. We all heard that, and they're still not doing much. That's okay. I'll just keep talking to y'all for a little bit, and so everyone's ready to go to until I'm ready to go to sleep.
Left.
Left? Oh, that's good, Coco. Cool. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with me and the dolls tonight. It's nice of you. Very much appreciated. It's been nice talking with you. You too, Daryl. And Richard's gone, but it was nice talking to him too. Well, I don't know, guys. I guess they're not being very talkative, so maybe we'll just go ahead and end this tonight. And yeah, it's been fun. We still got a little bit of insight into to me, so kind of unexpected. Oh, Sarah just let our dog out. Hey, Luna, you want to come say hi? Say hi to the camera. See our dog. Yeah. So yeah, I guess it's that time to wrap up. But y'all have you have a good day, Coco. Rest of your day, and everyone else have a good night. And
Good evening.
Good. Said good evening. See, I mean, how you can't tell me. You can't tell me that's not like how. I mean, okay. So it's. I know people say, "Oh, well, mine is not connected to the internet. There's no connection. There's no Wi-Fi. There's no nothing on this device at all." So, it's weird. Anyway, but yeah, y'all have a good day, good night, everything like that, and new video will be out on Sunday. And Coco says, "Have a good evening, spirits. Whoever's here." Y'all want to say bye to Coco before we go? Say bye to anybody? I guess not.
Fail.
Fail. It said fail. All right. Later, guys.